Talks. Hello everyone, my name is Ron Shamir and I'm the head of the Edmond J. Safra Center for Bioinformatics at Tel Aviv University. I'm truly delighted to open this symposium. The event is organized by the Safra Center together with the Dan David Prize and the I-Corps on Gene Regulation. The Safra Center was inaugurated last week, and it replaces and extends the Safra program for bioinformatics that has been active for the last 7 years. It brings together over 100 researchers in 25 research groups across 4 faculties, and fosters excellence in both research and education in bioinformatics. Tel Aviv University is a world-class player in bioinformatics. The field of bioinformatics combines genomics, medicine, biology, and computation, and it is therefore highly appropriate that we open the center with this fantastic symposium. Our 3 speakers are the 2012 laureates of the Dan David Prize in Genome Research, and they are heroes of the genomic revolution. Let me first invite Professor Eran Rabbani, Vice President for Research and Development of Tel Aviv University, to address the audience.
Good afternoon, distinguished laureates and distinguished guests. Welcome to Tel Aviv University. It's a privilege for me to open this session on a subject matter that is very far from my own research topic. I'm a theoretical chemist, and I know very little about biology and the human genome. So I decided, instead of describing to you something that you know much better than I do, to tell you a little bit more about Tel Aviv University and this unique place, and what would be the future of Tel Aviv in my eyes. And what's really unique about Tel Aviv University is that it's basically, I would say, the major university in Israel, and the only one I view as a really multidisciplinary research environment. And those of you who may know or not, we have here 9 different faculties, and these faculties span all the different subjects of science and humanities and social sciences and engineering and medicine, life science, and so forth. And they're all concentrated on one campus right here in the heart of Tel Aviv. I used to say that we share all the human knowledge on 1 square kilometer. And why is this very special? It's special because we're trying to build new programs around this unique feature of Tel Aviv, programs that actually share multidisciplinary research. We're trying to open new centers, and the Safra Center is one example, unifying 4 different faculties with world-class activity and world-class researchers. But it's not the only one. We have many more of those. We're trying to establish even more. The first Center for Nanoscience and Nanotechnology in Israel was established here in Tel Aviv. And that also unifies 4 different faculties, and you can find researchers that belong to the Safra Center and to the Nano Center at the same time. Last year we opened up a new school in neuroscience, and the school is different than a center in the sense that it actually combines also undergraduate and graduate studies. It's not only around research. So we can now train people at all levels, from the really basic fundamentals of undergraduate studies to become leading researchers in the field. We also opened up a school for environmental studies. And that School of Environmental Studies unifies 9 different faculties. We have representatives for all the different faculties. And this is something you can do here, you can't do really anywhere else in Israel. So we are trying to establish more and more research along these lines, and to do so, we put a lot of emphasis this year and in the years to come to recruit new faculty members that actually can help us in this direction. So our candidates, which were the best of the best and the very best, decided to come to Tel Aviv, really unify multidisciplinary in themselves. They have diversity of backgrounds, trained in physics and computer science on one hand, the PhD in biology, went to psychology and ended up in medicine. And this is really only one typical example of what research in young faculty can be established here in Tel Aviv. So we very much see the future in this multidisciplinary environment, and I think human genome is only one aspect that would need multidisciplinary research to make progress in years to come. And I want to end with a beautiful ceremony yesterday of the Dan David Award, really the best one I've seen in many years. Was a fascinating presentation and well-deserved awards. And the Dan David Award is given for the past, present, and future, and the topic of human genome was given for the future. The past was given in history, and it was all about people that I view that were involved in wars. And I hope that in the future, the Dan David Prize for the past will be given for biology that would really influence the world in such a way that we will not talk about wars anymore. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Bani. Our first speaker is Professor David Botstein. Professor Botstein is an Evening Professor of Genomics and the Director of the Louis Sigler Institute for Integrative Genomics at Princeton. Professor Botstein is one of the intellectual fathers of genomics and modern genetics. Among his numerous achievements, I can just mention a few: the introduction of RFLPs as markers for mapping disease genes, championing the Human Genome Project, the development of mathematical models to analyze expression microarrays, and later on their use for cancer classification, the creation of gene ontologies, and the creation of systems biology. In each of these fields, Professor Botstein paved the trail and was followed by numerous studies. Just one example, his seminal paper on cluster analysis in microarrays, together with Mike Eisen, Paul Spellman, and Pat Brown, is the first and the most cited paper out of 6,500 papers on this specific topic. Professor Botstein was also the mentor of many young scientists in the fields, first in MIT, then in Stanford, and now at Princeton. Of his many awards and honors, let me just mention two. He is a member of the US National Academy of Sciences, and he holds the Medal of Genetic Society of America. Please welcome Professor Botstein.